All right, so our Flickmetrix script died, and it's like they change their API every 6 months or so. What I'm going to do is fix it and start by just going to the site with Burp Suite and kind of using that to fix the API. They probably changed the API a bit, and then that broke the it's a simple curl request. So I also had to update the Java path because that just changed here. Go to proxy and open browser. There's a built-in Chrome browser inside of Burp Suite that has all the goodies you want. I'm going to go ahead and go to the site. We're going to pick our filters. I want to say, we can look at my old page here that'll give us some information. Rating 61. And I have some filters here for critic rating. There's a bunch of information here, so we'll go ahead and pull this out. Let's see. Give me a second here to consider some reminders. Don't want to put my phone on silent because I'm expecting a phone call. So, all right. So we're going to replace regex, the escape the and character, and replace that with a new line and a carriage return. I remember the term registered nurse if I want to do that. So here's our things. I'm excluding horror, I think. So let's go through here and filters, exclude genres, horror. I don't feel like I did much anything else. Can't quite remember. So anyways, movies on Netflix. I guess I can clear selection, digital streaming, disc/streaming, Netflix, Hulu. This would be all of them. So I guess we'll clear selection. Yeah, these are all that. All right, so here's our sorting by Whiplash by average rating. We want to sort by date released. Here's our 2024. And let's see if I recognize any of these in the feed. So I think this is more or less what we want. We're going to go check our votes, scoring on Amazon, probably on Amazon. So yeah, see, these are all false actually. Date description, year max. Anyways, we have our request here. We're going to change this 61 to like a 62. Then we're going to clear out the proxy history. I'm going to clear all this out, and then we're going to say apply. And what we should end up with is our request, our GET request with URL, and that is not it. This is likely it. So here's our full URL. I'm going to keep this, just take the arguments, and hope that I can just swap it out. So we're going to cp movies to movies.bk, open up this movies. Now you can also come in here and go to your, do it through this local bin movies, open with default text editor. So we're going to take the arguments, drop them in here, and hope that something happens. Paste, save that out, always save, don't ask, and then bash movies, and we get nothing. Typical. So first thing we're going to check is our requests. Oh. So we got stuff back, so that's good. We're going to try our next line here, and all these are all escaped. So it's going to be a little tricky to decode this. So we got compressed. Then we're going to get rid of backslashes and replace those with let's get this back out. I left the backslash in there, that breaks everything. So now we have like everything sorted out by each line. So we haven't lost everything yet. We're still looking for where that output got lost. Because when we ran just the script by itself, we didn't get any output. So we're running each line of the output to get what we want. And here's all fixing of the stuff. So each one of these is done kind of interchangeably. So unfortunately, this is not really the way to do it. You should be parsing JSON with something like a Python library. Would be the easier thing to do here, and not use setup grep curl bash. So we're taking that, and then we're going to add another one, which this looks like the thumbnail. So we should get the thumbnail. Yep. So we got our title. We got something. We get getting rid of some extra characters. We're going to get the trailer, which looks like the trailer ID. So I'm going to throw that in here. We still have output. We haven't lost it yet. And then, oh, well, the reason that is because it goes to the movie file. So actually, we might have just fixed it. So we'll go back to our browser and refresh. Oh, there we go. Okay, so it's pretty much all there. So really, what changed in this file is the URL syntax is missing an argument, so it threw up or whatever. But that's an easy way to use Burp Suite as a API explorer. Now, traditionally, what you'd want to do is take this request and push it into something like Python, or even better, even easier node in like Puppeteer, where you run into issues like things blocking you, like CD and content distribution networks and anti-DDoS stuff. You can use an actual browser to render that, and then spit out. Puppeteer will handle the JSON for you, and you can split it all up, pull out the titles. This is just simple, and I can change it, and I don't have to fire up a IDE or anything. It'll just work. So I think we're good to go. That was fairly quick and plus not super painful. Let me know if you want to do any streaming on any of the support for anything in Jamboree, and we can do a stream.